About 10 miles west of Grand Isle, scientists from Louisiana State University are heading to one of their key research sites. The goal is to monitor the condition of Louisiana's marshes. What they soon discover may also shed light on the health of the dolphins of Barataria Bay.
Got it. Okay, Pushpa, won't you tie us off?
Ed Overton is the lead scientist.
What happened to the coastal marshes after the spill occurred is a story of good news and bad news. The beach is pretty solid ground, and so you can put heavy equipment on that beach and scrape the oil up and clean it up, and you haven't caused a great deal of ecological damage. But when oil comes on a coastal marsh, the marsh is not very solid. If you put heavy equipment on, it tears up the marsh and it pushes the oil down into the marsh. One of the things you never ever want to do is let oil get down below the surface. And so when it comes on a coastal marsh, we can't easily clean it up.
The good news is that the marshes are recovering.
This area was covered with oil and now it's starting to return. There's essentially not significant amounts of oil still left on the surface. However, recently we've discovered that a significant amount has been buried along the beach. It looks like some of the oil flowed down at low tide into crab burrows and stuck there. And so our current effort is focused on trying to find the buried oil and how much is there. Once oil gets below the surface, it stays down there. It doesn't get released all at once. It gets released a little bit at a time.
And here's where things get a little complicated.
At the edge of the marsh, what you're standing on now, is literally the nursery ground for the northern Gulf of Mexico fisheries. It's a protected area for small minnows and other little critters.
But these marshes are also a favorite feeding ground for the bottlenose dolphins of Barataria Bay. This raises the question, could the slowly leaking oil along the edge of the marshes be a clue in the mystery of their failing reproductive health?
This story is going to play out for many years, and it will take constant monitoring of these populations to really understand what was the long-term impact of this spill on dolphins living in the Gulf.